All right, let's get started. Week 6, waiver wire running back. How about Michael Carter up first, right? Everybody should probably have him going first. Hey, he's 23 touches for Arizona this last week. Got on the board scoring. Far out did I put Demon Cardle down here at the end. You can see it's 23-3 in touches. All right. So, hey, they got couple games more before Trey Benson sneaks back in here. He's out at least till week 10. So 4 weeks he's on IR. It's going to be Michael Carter. They do have a bye week during that, but hey, he's probably the hottest one out there. D. McCardle, he's owned an 80. So I only have the top set. If you're not in this top 70% owned running backs listed. Now I did list D. McCardle. He is owned, but just as a comparison there. How about my next two? I've got Kendrell Miller. Right, Miller's coming on strong here. He's had 11 touches last week. Right, look at that. That's 42 on the season. He's been getting some touches here. 11 last year. Last week he didn't do much, a whole bunch with it. But I'll go ahead and put Alvin Kamara on here. You can see just 12 touches for him. Right, this is carries and passing targets. So you can see Alvin Kamara, he's, last few weeks here, he's just been doing a little bit medium, middle of the road. And this Kendrell Miller's coming on. So, hey, Kendrell Miller's free, Hey, he's out there right now. Eventually he could be getting some more, and their schedule looks a little better than some of these others. Now, Kenneth Gainwell here, just coming off, hey, he just had his bye week, so hey, he's going to be up and fresh for a while. So that's why he's at 0 touches this last week. This is the touches for the last week, and hey, him. But right now, he had look at that number 4 week when Warren was out. Well, is Warren going to be back? Warren, he's still questionable for week 6. So hey, Kenneth Gainwell, if he's the game in town. Caleb Johnson did get a couple carries last time, but hey, I still got like Kenneth Gainwell, right? And hey, for the season, who knows? Warren, he's been doing all right, but if he can't stay healthy or any drop in production, I mean, you look at that 62% efficiency, that's pretty good. Well, not great, but hey, if we get Kenneth Gainwell in there, boy, he'd be getting some points there. How about Haskins and Vidal here? Now, which one you going to pick? 5 targets and 6 targets. Of course, the news is that Hampton is out. Right, O'Marion Hampton, he's going to be on injured reserve. Week 10 possibility return. That's on top of Najee being out. So he dropped down to Haskins, who did nothing with his 5 touches. Vidal, he didn't really do too much either. So, hey, neither of these guys are scoring. But they're going to have to, right? So for the next 4 weeks, unless they bring somebody in, and hey, that's what I'm leaning towards. So that's why I got some of these other guys, even though Vidal or Haskins would have the, just like Carter here for the first clear path to number 1 targets. But I don't know. We'll have to see. That's why I put him next. I'd rather have Gainwell. Where if I'm getting 50-50, I'm getting 50-50 on a good team. And look what I'm coming off of, right? Why wouldn't you just take him? So I like Gainwell. I like Miller. And, of course, you can try to pick your poison here on which one of them is going to be in there. Next up, I've got Blake Corum and Isaiah Davis. I can't believe Blake Corum. Now, he only got 1 touch this last week, right? Things been down, but he is the number 1 backup to Kyrene Williams. Hunter hasn't done anything here on the year. So, hey, still, a lot of times people go down. Blake Corum would still be sweet offense there if you'd happen to pop in there. How about Isaiah Davis? All right. Things are moving up for him. He's up to the number 2 slot there with Braylon Allen out. So Breece Hall, he's the number 1. He did pretty good last week. Isaiah Davis, hey, he showed up, got a few targets here. Well, 4. But, hey, he would be up to the number 2 spot there for the Jets. And, hey, you never know with Braylon Allen there. How about here's some number 2s. Justice Hill, though. Justice Hill, I mean, it's kind of like he's operating in the number 1 whenever they get behind, right? Look at that a couple weeks ago. But last week, hey, he got only 2 touches. But just both Baltimore's offense just terrible, right? Derrick Henry, he not been doing. I mean, hey, he's trying to do as much as he can. He just ain't getting nothing. Bad team, bad situation there. But hey, you got to. Okay, what about Tucker? Bucky Irvin, hey, questionable for week 6, questionable for maybe going on IR, right? So, of course, Rashad White, hey, he picked up the slack there this last week, didn't he? And Tucker didn't, he got a couple touches. Well, we see here he got 6, didn't do anything with them, right? So, hey, but he's still on the radar there. Here's a couple more radar people at running back. Robinson here. Brian Robinson Jr., the backup in San Francisco. Oh, my gosh. Christian McCaffrey. Whew, what's that? He's up to 132 targets. Cheaters. When I do my running back targets here in a couple of days, guess what? He's going to be leading again. I mean, but anyway, eventually he's going to break down, and maybe this Robinson's going to get in there and get some. He's the number 2. That'd be him and Corum. That'd be same good reason why you'd have either of them. Just he's an injury away from a good team, a lot of touches. How about, that's why you own Spears, right? He's the backup to Pollard, but really they were supposed to share. He's been out. Well, Tony Pollard's been doing pretty good, but now Tajay's going to be coming back. And you can see he's starting to creep back in. But, hey, it's still a backup on a bad team. I'd rather have a backup on a good team. Maybe this Lloyd, right? I guess some people are out there thinking, hey, Emmanuel Wilson, he had a pretty good last week. Maybe pick him. Well, don't forget this Lloyd's going to be sneaking back in a week or two. And then where are you going to be? So, I don't know. I'd put him on there just to warn about him. And that's about it at the running back situation. So, hey, right now, don't forget about my thing is, you're going to rush out and get Michael Carter. But if you can't get him, this Kendra Miller and Gainwell, hey, they're sitting in good positions, right? Gainwell's coming back, and if Warren's out, hey, Gainwell set up for another one. So, all right, I'm going to do my wide receiver, get that out tomorrow. Take a look at this.